Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic. Today we are counting our blessings and I'm sharing ideas for entertaining tips for the fall holidays. Before sharing those ideas, I'd like to remind you to visit weekendatthecottage.com. Please subscribe to our website when you're there. Look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then finally, when you create your holiday table, why not take a picture of it and share it using hashtag weekendatthecottage on all of your favorite social media platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Setting up your get-together for family or friends does not need to be complicated. We have a couple of ideas we know you're going to enjoy. For us today, it's here in the sunroom. I like this room in particular this time of year because it affords a spectacular view of the changing colors. For my fall celebration this year, I'm dealing with reduced numbers. We'll be 6 for dinner. I'm setting on a rectangular table, and I like to start by laying out a piece of fleece or soft fabric. It kind of helps keep the noise down, but it gives my table a nice kind of plush feel, especially when the next thing I do, I'm laying down a linen cloth, sand color, matches the napkins, and I love this hem-stitch detail all along the end. Very tasteful. A bit of a story about the china for this table. I picked it up at a vintage store. A company named Ridgway produced this in the 1960s. They took original sketches from Bartlett's scenes. They were done in the 1840s. Images of a very early Canada. We're talking about Mont Royal, images of the Citadel at Kingston, the fish market in Toronto. I really love this detail. The leaves and little dabs of bright color work perfectly for this table. I have dinner plates and bread and butter plates going down at each place setting. One other thing, when you're using a pattern service like this, wonky, better. So make sure when you're placing down a plate like this, do a little adjustment at every place setting and you're good to go. Flatware. I've assembled a mishmash of flatware over the years. It's really nice to do this and an inexpensive way of collecting. 2 forks, left side of the plate. 2 knives, right side. Butter knives on the bread and butter plates. Looks really wonderful. You're probably wondering about the bone-handled fork and knife on left and right side of the place setting. This is a fish service, and I really like the look of it on this table, but it also inspired me to do a seafood first course. So I'm going to be doing smoked salmon with capers and onions, a little bit of dill. But the whole point is just to inspire us to bring out beautiful things to kind of elevate this dinner, make it extra special for those we love. How about glassware? 2 glasses on the table at present. Have my stemless wine glasses that I'll be using for water goblets today. When placing them down the table, drop a little piece of cucumber, a little piece of lemon. So refreshing. It's also a day of celebration, so these hollow stemmed champagne flutes, they were my mom's, so it's kind of like having her with me today, although she can't be any longer. It's nice to have these on the table. I especially love how they work when you pour champagne in them and the champagne comes up from the stem. Truly amazing. I love them on this table. How about a couple of add-ons for the table? I have small table lanterns. I decorated them with a bit of sheet moss and then a few acorns I found on a walk. A really cute detail for our light on the table, and then a fresh floral is always beautiful. In this case, I'm assembling it on a Lazy Susan, which helps me kind of spin it when I set it. My cousin Linda brought up these beautiful fresh greens from her garden. We have lamb's ear. We also have lavender, very fragrant. Feel free to substitute with something like sage or rosemary. And then a pop of bright yellow sunflowers, miniature, that I got at my local market. Once all of those things are in place, last few details, I'm taking our napkins, placing them on each place setting. There's another acorn for everyone. And then how about some found birch bark? I'm going to cut it into little tiny rectangles and then write each guest's name. Another nice thing I love to do is send people home with something. This year, Nick's famous garlic picks. Make sure you write a sentiment on the tag like thankful. Perfect. With everything in place and looking inviting, how about I run a little bit of music and we'll do a recap of this entire table coming together. Okay, the way I see things when a holiday table is this inviting, the food better be just as wonderful. And so a couple of suggestions. If you head to weekendатthecottage.com, click collections and then look for Thanksgiving recipes. Oh my goodness, have I ever got stuff for you. You can make our dry brine turkey. How about our oven roasted ham? We have our very delicious fall harvest salad, corn pudding, scallop potatoes. We also have our very delicious orange and brown sugar glazed beets, pumpkin pie, and then my personal favorite, my mom's apple pie with cheddar crust. I am so thankful for all of these amazing things. From Carol and me and the entire team at Weekend at the Cottage, happy fall holidays. Enjoy.